today is a big ERB day. All right, big ERB day. All right. Again, the formulas are what? Easy. It's the application that is hard. All right, so today we have some word problems that I want to try to explain to you, and I want to see if you're getting better, all right, as we go down. All right, but the first thing we have to do today is we have to remember what the formula for area of a circle is. Remember, it's not going to be given to you. All right, so area of a circle at the top is, who remembers? Thank you. Yes, exactly correct. A equals pi r squared. That's a formula. Now I always try to tell kids to remember that it's going to be to the second power because you measure area with squares. That's how I remembered it. Circumference, if you notice, is just one dimension, either the diameter or the radius, because you're only measuring one dimension. Area always has to have what? 2 dimensions, just like volume always has to have 3 dimensions. All right? So that was an easy way for me to kind of try to remember the formula. All right, now, as I stated to show on, and some of you guys who might not hear me, every time, write the formula. The reason why I'm making you write the formula is because I'm trying to get you to memorize the formula. And the more you write it, the easier it is to put into long-term memory. All right? So with that being said, number 1, all right, we're writing A equals pi r squared. What's the radius for number 1?
3.6.
What is the radius in number 1?
7.
7. Thank you very much. So here we go. A equals pi times 7 squared. Then on your calculator. Now some kids had trouble with their calculator, so I'm showing you use your calculator. Use your calculator. All right? A equals pi times 7 squared. Now the square button on your calculator kind of looks like that. It's the x squared button. All right, now after you hit the x squared button, you have to remember to hit the equal. You have to hit equal. All right, so now the area is approximately 153.94, and then we're going to put the proper units. We measure area with squares, so it's m squared. All right, now I'm asking you to make sure you can do that on your calculator. Double check it. Anybody have any questions with 153.94 square meters? All right, Mr. Thatch, you're up. Number 2, what's the formula?
The formula is A equals pi r squared.
Good. What's the radius?
The radius is 2 yards.
Right. All right, so now plug that into your calculator and tell me what the answer is.
12.57.
And then what units?
Yard squared.
Yes, square yards or yards squared. All right, Jack, number 3. What's the formula for area?
A equals pi r squared.
Okay, what's the radius?
6.5.
Good. You got your calculator today or not?
No.
No, Xavier. You go ahead and tell me what the answer is, Xavier.
130.73.
Say it loud and proud. 130.
2.73 feasible.
That's exactly correct. And look, guys, I want to tell you something. If you come when you take a test without a calculator, there's nothing I can do. I've told you guys I had like 10 calculators. Everybody borrows them. I didn't get them back, so there's no more calculators. If you don't come with a calculator during the test, there's nothing I can do. All right? Practice bringing your calculator to class every single day. All right? What?
When is the test?
Tuesday.
Okay.
All right. So, number 4. All right. What? All right. Did you bring your calculator today?
I can't find my calculator.
So you need to explain that to your parents. You're
Yeah.
not allowed to use your iPad on the test.
Yeah.
All right? All right, let's go.
The thing is that it's the only lavender calculator.
Pi what?
A equals pi r squared.
Good. What's the radius?
The radius is 3.6.
Good. So the area is approximately
40.72.
what?
Kilometers squared.
Thank you. Perfect. Anybody have any questions? All right. What?
I never grabbed what for number 3 what it was. Like feet, yard.
Well, you know what it is. Oh,
I just
I
forgot
know,
to write
I
it.
know. We're good. I appreciate that very much. All right, so Tucker, you're on number 5.
So a equals pi r squared.
Good job, buddy.
So a equals pi times 5.25 squared.
Wow.
So a is approximately 86.59 centimeters squared.
That's why, hey, it's nice. You're communicating well. All right, no messing around, just business. That's the way you should be. All right, just business. Everybody else should be that way too. All right, no more playing around. Getting older. All right, everybody's okay with 86.59 centimeters squared. All right, now I'm getting into the important problems. All right, we're getting into the important problems. All right, so Eve, you get to read number 6.
A motion detector at the corner of the building can detect motion outside within a radius of 20 feet as shown. Within what area can it detect motion? Round to the nearest 10.
Hold up. I'm not sure what you guys are talking. What does it matter? All right, here we go. What are you thinking? This, like I said, this is a fantastic ERB question. You're not going to say what's the area of a circle on the ERBs, and they give you the radius, and you just plug numbers in.
So,
What are we doing?
so it looks like the radius is about 20 feet.
Yep, you're right.
So,
Shh.
so
No, just tell me. We're not doing any work. You just tell me
so
what to
you
do.
do pi times 20 squared.
Okay, so what's that going to be? No. I mean, what does that represent?
That would be how like far around.
That would represent this.
Yeah, all of that.
That would represent all of that. The problem is, are we supposed to have all of it? Shh, no one's asking you anything.
Within what area?
So how much can the video camera detect? So what they did is, everybody's listening, I put the video camera right here. My video camera can spin around. All right, it's spinning around. All of a sudden, boom, it stops there. Because that's the wall. Right? It can't see inside the house. Right? So it's watching the outside of your house. And it goes here. Right? And then it what? Stops. It can't see what's inside your house. So how much of the circle can the motion detector?
3/4.
Yay, very good. All right, now we're thinking. It's 3/4. So now the question is, how do I figure out how to solve that problem? All right, I'm going to move this up out of the way. That was excellent, by the way. All right, so you just said A equals pi times 20 squared. But do we need the whole thing? I need how much of it? Yeah, so you just,
15.
no, multiply by 3/4.
Okay.
All right, now look up, make sure, because I don't want to tell you anything, because that's what you said. All right, everybody look up again one more time. Eve, look up, tell me. Right here. This pi times 20 squared represents what?
The if I can see.
All of it. But can it see all of it?
No.
It can only see?
3/4.
Yes. So you do 3/4 of that whole thing. All right. Now, someone in my last class, which I was kind of proud of too, said, well, this section over here represents what fraction?
93.
No, it represents what? 1/4. It represents 1/4 of the circle. So they did the area divided by 4, and then they subtracted. You did even better. All right, because you said I can only see what? 3/4 of the circle. Agreed? So now type it on your calculator. Pi times 20 squared times 3/4. I want you to tell me what that is.
942.48.
So your area is approximately 942 point what?
48.
48 what units?
Feet squared.
There you go, square feet. Again, guys, that's an ERB question. All right, that's an ERB question. They're not going to ask you to plug numbers into a variable. All right, just like the next one is an ERB question. All right, so Bella is on number 7. Unless anybody has a question with number 6. Anybody else have a question with number 6? All right, Bella, help me out with number 7.
May is making donuts. First, she cuts out a circle of dough with a diameter of 8 centimeters. Then she cuts a hole in the middle with a diameter of 3 centimeters. What is the area of the top of the donut?
All right, so now everybody should be drawing a picture of a donut. All right, so here we go. We're going to draw a donut. All right, so there is the initial part. All right. Now, when I draw this, what's the radius of that circle? What's the radius of the circle? 4 centimeters. Thank you. 4 centimeters. Then, for some dumb reason, they decided donuts would be good if they cut a hole in it. I'm not sure why, right? I would much prefer the whole thing, all right? Not something with a hole in it. So then I draw this, all right? Now, again, there is my donut, all right? And that right there has a radius of what? Bella?
3 centimeters.
It has a radius of 3 centimeters. Has a
We do 3 divided by 2.
yeah.
So 1.5.
Yes, thank you very much. So from here to here is 1.5 centimeters. So there's my donut. So how do I figure out how much do I get to eat?
No.
Shh, I'm trying to hear her tell me.
You do pi times 4 squared.
Okay. And then what? That will tell me this, correct?
And then subtract 1 pi times 1.5 squared.
You are amazing, kiddo. That was very good. Did everybody hear what she said?
No.
Right? So what she said was find the area of the big circle and then what? Subtract the area of the small circle. All right? Now in math, we call that an annulus. All right? You don't have to know that. I'm just trying to tell you. That is called an annulus. All right? So this is the formula. See if you agree. A equals pi capital R squared minus pi what? Lowercase r squared. Now, why do I use upper and lower? Sean? Yeah, one is the big circle and one is the what?
Little circle.
Little circle. All right? So again, she said it perfectly. A equals pi times 4 squared minus pi times 1.5 squared. You can type that straight into your calculator. Your calculator understands order of operation. All right, so if you type that in, Bella says the area that I could consume would be what?
43.17.
Anybody else get 43.17 square centimeters?
43, yes.
Everybody okay with 43.17?
I got 43.1.
That's okay. We're not arguing. Remember I said yesterday, I'm not arguing over the rounded numbers. All right? Not arguing over the rounded numbers. I know you know how to do it if you got 43 point something. All right? I'm happy with that. That was excellent. That wasn't that hard. All right? It wasn't that hard at all. What? Well, I'm not interested in that right now. Sean. I'm concentrating. All right, here we go. Now, I'm pretty comfortable and confident with you on 8 through 17. That's going to be part of your homework. I'd rather help you with the what? ERB question. All right, so we're going to jump down a little bit. If you want to turn your paper over, that's perfectly fine. Well, the homework is what, guys? 1 through 26. Okay? I'm just jumping down because I'm confident you can plug numbers into a formula now. I'm going to try to now help you with the ERB problems. All right? So the first thing I want to do is I want to look at question number 21. All right? I want everybody to take a look at 21 with me. And Miss Johnson's going to read this to me. Go.
Transference in general showing tree and square natural type has a circumference of 102.6 feet. If the tree were cut down at the base, what would be the area of
All right, so I'm sure you guys have heard about the giant redwood forest, right? Where all the huge trees are. And it's absolutely amazing to see how big those trees can grow. So they are, no, I'm not. But it is amazing, all right, how big those trees can get. 102, so we're going to draw a circle now for number 21. All right, and there's the tree circumference. There's the tree circumference. And that circumference said was, how big around is it? 102.6 feet. All right, now again, this is an excellent ERB question because again, you're trying to do something more than just plug numbers into a formula. All right, so we know the circumference, but what they want to know is they want to actually know what is the surface area, which just means the area of that cross section. The cross section just so much, or just happens to be a what? A circle. Right? So in order to find that circle, I need to find the what first? I have to find the area, but in order to find the area, I need they give me the circumference.
Diameter.
No, think for yourself. What do I need to find the area? What's in the formula? I need the radius. That's what we're thinking about. All right? So the first thing you should write down is I need to figure out what pi r squared is. The problem is I don't have the radius. All right, so your job is to try to figure out how can I find the radius. What do you think I have to do? You know? Hey, hold on right there. Beautiful. Exactly correct. So I want to talk about it. The clue was that they gave you the circumference. And from yesterday, we can remember that the formula is pi times d. So what we're going to do is we're going to say 102.6 is equal to pi times d. And then she said beautifully, we're going to divide both sides by pi. So the diameter of that circle, now you're allowed to tell me, is about what? It's about 32.66 feet. That's about the diameter. I don't need the diameter, I need the, so what do? Yes, so we divide the radius or the diameter by 2, all right, which is equal to the radius, which is now 16.33 feet. Now again, now we've solved the problem because we can take this number and plug it into this equation, and that'll tell us what the area is. Now again, that is not too hard, all right, but you have to be thinking about it. You have to be writing things down. I would suggest draw a picture. I would suggest what I'm writing down, you're trying to write down if you're trying to get smarter. All right, that's the issue. All right, this is not simple. All right, it's not going to be just plug numbers in. So now, A equals pi times 16.33 squared. So your area is approximately feet what? Feet squared. Again, that is a brilliant ERB question right there. And I don't think that's that hard. All right? Super, super, super important. All right? What?
Why did you say feet squared?
Because you measure area with squares. All right? You measure area with squares. All right? Super important. All right. Now that I've done that, all right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink it down a little bit. All right, and then we're going to work number 24 together. All right, so we got to read the directions. Uh-oh, find the distance where? Around and the what? The area. All right, we're finding the distance around and we're finding the area. So there are 2 questions involved. All right, another really important ERB type thing. All right, so here I am going on a trip. All right, I'm going to go a trip around this semicircle. So I want someone to watch what I'm drawing, and I want someone to tell me what does that represent right there. What does that represent, my drawing? I'll do it again. This distance that I just walked is called the what? That is exactly what I wanted you to tell me. That is half of the circumference. Beautiful. And that's what I'm saying. If you don't know, I know it's a silly little drawing or whatever, but if you do the drawing and you kind of visualize, it kind of makes much more sense. All right, so that's what I'm trying to show you. Drawings are super important if you want to get smarter at doing the word problems. All right, so she said the distance, everybody's going to put down here, distance is equal to half of the circumference. I like exactly what you said. Now I'm going to continue my walk. You ready? So now I walked from here to here. What's that called? That is the diameter. So it's half the circumference plus the diameter. That is the answer. All right, that's what I want you to write down. All right, so what's the formula for circumference?
Circumference equals pi.
That is correct. Plus the diameter. It's exactly what I want. All right, continue. What's the length of the diameter?
8.
Good. Plus what? The diameter again, right? Which is what?
8.
That's exactly correct. So now type it on your calculator. She'll let you borrow one. Type it in. Let's go. Did anybody else get 20.56 millimeters? Did you get that? Yes, ma'am.
find the area within the
No, we're not doing area yet. We're finding the distance around. Part B is find the area. You with me on this, right? So again, very important. So I wish you would tell me if you're not understanding me. All right, anybody? All right, so I understand I just found the distance around. That's it. That was A. Now we're going to find the area of that. What?
I didn't understand. What happened? I get it now.
Come on, sit up. I want you to sit up. All right? From here to here, what is that called?
That's circumference.
That's correct. What is this called?
The
That's the answer, buddy. That's it. There's nothing to it. All right? Now, I'm trying to find this right here. What is... You're up. How do I find that area? Shh. I'm happy with you. But what? That is exactly correct. Exactly. Area equals 1/2 pi r squared. Thank you very much. That was excellent. All right. So what's the radius again? Right. So A equals 1/2 times pi times 4 squared. I'm waiting for you. That makes sense now, right?
yeah, I didn't see that. 25.3.
Not feet.
Millimeters.
Yes, there we go. It's not a big deal. Just double check your units. Millimeters squared. What? All we did is that's half of the area. That's half of a circle,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to slide over a little bit on 26. 26 is how much of the circle?
1/4.
1/4. That's exactly right. So, Angelina, look right here. All right, and same with you, Connor. So I want you to tell me, Angelina, if I'm going on my trip around my quarter of a circle from here to here, what is that called? Shh. 1/4 of the circumference. I'm proud of you. So this right here, you would say as, no one's asking you anything. The distance around is 1/4 of the circumference. Now let's watch this. Continue on. So now I'm walking what? What's that called? What's this called? That's another, shh. That's another what? So how many radiuses did you walk? 2 plus 2 times the radius. Now, guys, that's important. Jack, what are you doing? Just tell me. Put your iPad on my desk. Right now. Put it up there. Make sense? All right. Now, the area is equal to, what is the area? What did we say the area was? Look at the figure. This right here.
It's pi.
What's the formula? Yes?
Pi times r squared
That would be the whole thing.
divided by 4.
Yes. Pi r squared divided by 4. Or we could have said 1/4 pi r squared. So I agree with me. So this would be pi r squared over 4. All right, now I appreciate some of you guys. I look around, you're doing good work. Like I said, I can't do any more with you, trying to help you with your ERBs. All right, that's really critical what you did today. Hopefully feel like you have a little better understanding of area and the shapes, because we're going to continue this tomorrow. All right, I'm going to give you irregular shapes tomorrow, and we're going to have to review all of that. All right, so tonight, finish up, please. All right, that's what I want you to do. Don't worry about that. What?
I have the answer for 26.
Oh, I don't care about the answer for 26. That's what you're supposed to be doing now. Anybody else have a question? All right, when I call your name, now come up and get your homework, okay? Come up and get your homework. And get to work. The answers are posted. Please check your answers. All right? If you're off by a few decimal points, do I care? No, I don't care. All right? Get to work, get to work, get to work. Good job today.